What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be installing knock sensors and knock sensor sub-harness in my car. Apparently this is very needed, as Zealand Motorsports is telling me that I should replace it because they're trying to tune it and it's not responding to what they're trying to do. So, and the reason why this is I'm starting an intro like this is because I found out right now that my GoPro footage from Saturday did not save at all. So I'm just going to go off of what I remember. And yeah, so when you first start, what you're going to do is if you don't know how to take off anything in this video, please watch my full bolt-on part 1 video. Part 1 explains literally like how to take everything that you need to off, because the knock sensor and the sub harness are underneath all of the modifications that I put on. So if you're unsure about anything, you can always reference that video. As always, the views will help also. But back to the task on hand. So you take everything off, and then after that comes taking out the knock sensors and the sub harness. Now, I don't remember if I show you later on in this video, but the knock sensors are difficult to say to, at the least. So it would be recommended to have a 12 millimeter ratcheting, possibly even swivel head box wrench in order to get them out. And also maybe something magnetic to hold that, to catch that bolt so it doesn't fall into the engine bay, because the space is very limited because of the pipe that you see in the middle of the V shape. So once you have the two bolts out, what I found that I did was I just disconnected the knock sensors from the harness, left them to the side, then worked out trying to get the sub harness out of the way. It's very old, very dry, and very not good condition. So you may have to, I don't know, break apart some of the loom covering on it. Just be careful to cover up the intake ports that lead directly into the engine, because you don't want anything to fall in there. And actually in the back, behind the block where the single connector sits, it's like a bracket. It's like a push tab bracket, locking tab bracket, sorry, that was so impossible to get out that I ended up just cutting the wires as close as I could to that connector, and I just leave it in the bracket. The new one, you don't need to really put it into a bracket or anything. I also talked to my mechanic, and he said that's fine as well. So what I'm going to be doing instead is just reconnect a new one and just route it on top of that one, not putting it in any brackets, and then just reconnecting it into the knock sensors, and then putting the bolt back in where it belongs. So with those notes being said, let's get on with the video. Alright, good morning, guys. It's the next day, and I called my mechanic, and he said with this part back over there, he tried giving me a few more helpful tips on how to try to get that out of there. Unfortunately, it did not work. It's just really stuck in there. So it's probably gonna stay in here until the car gets scrapped in like 50 years or something. But anyways, now I'm gonna start reconnecting the new stuff. So I believe what's gonna happen is, you guys see this and then this hose right here, right? So I believe I'm gonna try to route the single connector through this somehow to try to connect on the other side, and then route the two split lines over just on this side where the knock sensors will be, and try to route it to where the holes will be as well. Just take this little piece of trash out, but
yeah, so let me try doing that, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Alright, so I got the sub harness somehow back through there. You just kind of put it on top of this and then slide each loom like one at a time through this tight gap over there. I got them connected in the back. It's okay to flip it around a little bit just to like visually inspect that it is fully connected. You want to hear like a good like snap, like connection. I have this one resting over here. The driver's side connector is going to be difficult to do. However, I just want to get the new sensors on there and then kind of mock them up against where the bolts that hold the bin go. So let me reconnect the new sensors and then let's go to the next step. Alright, so the new knock sensors are snapped into place thanks to the help of the needle nose pliers to help with the driver's side one. Now, I believe comes the even more difficult part, which is going to be, try to figure out how to line them up near the bolt hole without dropping the bolt, since I don't have any magnetic wrenches or anything. Yeah, next time I'm bringing this to a mechanic, just saying. Yeah, this is not really that worth it. Just not gonna lie about that. But hopefully this is like a rare issue and I won't have to really deal with this again, hopefully. So I didn't do everything all the way, but I just wanted to show you guys. Single-handedly, that screw right there is, again, single-handedly, the one reason you should bring this to a mechanic to do instead. Because this was pretty much impossible. I had to like somehow like finesse my fingers around the pipe over here to hold it in place. I had to fit my middle finger through this gap over here where my thumb is right now to like try to like squeeze it on. This is just like honestly, this is cancer. I'm not even gonna lie. This is like I'm not having a fun time with this, and I hope I never have to do this again. And if I do, I will just pay a mechanic to do this. Alright guys, so about an hour and one AutoZone trip later, and I finally got the other one in. This one, for some reason, was really easy to take out, but it was really hard to get back in. So what I did was my normal 12 mil box wrench was not working, so I had to get a ratcheting swivel head wrench from AutoZone that fit this, and I just used it this one time, like never gonna do this again, so I'm gonna go return it. Yeah, so now I'm going to do the put everything back on, starting with the gaskets, lower intake manifold, and I said it again also in the part 2 video of the full bolt-on mini-series, but there's like a whole torque procedure. It's 2 steps. So first step, you use 5 foot-pounds, and you go from, like, it's going to be 4 bolts on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how it starts is a 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, aka the outside. It's going to start with bottom right, top left, top right, bottom left. Then you move to the inside ones. You do top right, bottom left, top left, bottom right, and you do that at 5 foot-pounds. I couldn't find any torque wrenches that went lower than 5 foot-pounds, because you don't want to, like, let's say you have a torque wrench that's rated for like 5 foot-pounds to 100, like the digital one that I got. You don't want to do something at 5 foot-pounds. It's never good to do the minimum. So instead, I went out and bought myself an inch-pounds one. I'm just going to convert that to feet. I'm going to set it to 60 inches, because 60 inches divided by 12 is 5 feet. So 5 foot-pounds of torque, 60 inch-pounds of torque from that. Then repeat the same process of the outside ones and the inside ones, same direction and everything. Repeat that at 19 foot-pounds. So I'm just going to go cut ahead to once I get the lower intake manifold onto this block. Alright, so the lower intake manifold is now all set in place. All the bolts are torqued down to spec. One thing I did want to show you guys though. So if we go into my garage, excuse the mess, we have a lot of stuff here. But if we look at some of the injectors on here, the O-rings are a little bit messed up from when I pulled them out. So what I'm going to do is I have a whole new injector O-ring seal set over here for both the lower one and I believe the upper one as well. So I'm just going to replace these off camera. I mean, this is pretty simple. Just disconnect and take the bracket out and the injector comes out. So I'm just going to replace the O-ring seals in all 6 just in case. And remember, once you do that, before you put it in, just dab a bit of Vaseline or like some kind of like lubricant that keeps the moisture in. Just dab a little bit of that around the lower O-rings before you put them in. So I'll be back in a minute after I do that. Alright, so I have all the injector O-ring seals swapped out for the new ones. Got the little bit of Vaseline, petroleum jelly, whatever lubricant you use on the lower rings. And you really don't need to use much at all. Like, I don't know if you can really tell, but like this, like at the edge is top. And I literally just like scraped like barely any, like a little bit off of the top there. So you really don't need much at all because the O-rings are small. Alright, so I'm on to putting the throttle bodies back on right now, but I just wanted to remind you guys in the middle of this that if you didn't see how to kind of like put everything back, then go watch my second video I made on the full bolt-on series. And again, if you don't know how to take something off or how to find something, just watch the mini series. Part 1 is disassembly, part 2 is reassembly, and I just didn't want to go too much into detail on this because right now I'm just focusing on getting this stupid task out of the way. So I'm just going to finish up and give it a start and see how it runs. Alright, so now that everything mechanical has been put back together, I'm going to go try starting the car and see what happens. Hopefully everything is running right and looks right and or good. Just a little tight squeeze, I kind of took up a lot of the driveway. And oh, I am an idiot. I forgot my key. Give me 1 second. Alright, now take 2 that I have my key this time. So okay, that works. Just
waiting for connection.
Let's turn the radio off. Alright. Alright, sounds like the fuel pump and everything is working. I'm just making sure on the app first. Ignore the lines, I drop my phone a lot, but... Alright, it's initializing. Alright, and... Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's start. Awesome. Seems like it's running well. It started up the smoothest it started up probably since before like the level 2 mods. Just letting it run, see how it goes. Also, my distance to empty. Yo, it says 200 miles on half tank. I don't know how accurate that is, but literally like I don't know, Saturday or yesterday or Friday when I like last time I started it, it said I had like a half tank. It said I had like 100 miles until empty. So just like that, my distance to empty just doubled like that. So hopefully that's like decently accurate. I don't know, but so far it seems like it's running well. Let me just take a look outside. Yeah, tight squeeze. Ignore some of the belt squeals, but yeah, everything seems like it's working okay. Intakes look good. Kind of see, yeah, a little bit. Okay, intake's looking good. Exhaust is sounding good. This is beautiful to see. I just filled up on my tank right now. Distance to empty, 350 miles. That is absolutely beautiful. Before I fixed this, it used to say in a full tank I had 160 miles. So, this doesn't exactly like actually increase your fuel economy by 2 times. It increases the reading for the fuel economy. Because I was still getting, like, if I didn't like go on the gas all the time, I was still getting like 14, like 15 miles to the gallon. Because I did the math between like how much like gas I used, how many gallons it was, how like and all that. Yeah, but this is just beautiful to know. Okay, it went down because I'm driving right now, but this is just beautiful to know and to see that like at least that problem is worked out as well. So life is just a wonderful thing when this stuff just falls into place the way it should be. I feel so happy right now, and then I'm gonna have to go home and do some homework, but yeah, for now I feel super happy and super proud that I did that and managed to not lose any bolts in the engine bay, which is a surprise. No bolts, no 10 mil sockets, nothing. I got everything I needed. Screw that old knock sensor harness like in the bracket over there, screw that part, but other than that I just saved myself $600 so on labor for this, so I'm really happy that I did that. Let me go over to an area, do some pulls, and let you guys know how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna do ignore the power steering pump, but I'm gonna do a little pull, see how it feels. Alright, feels good. Yeah, it feels really, really good. Fair enough. What you would expect from new stock sensors replacing old bad ones. Yeah, for now though, I'm just gonna still take it easy until I get my finalized tune from Z1 Motorsports. I don't know if you can hear a little bit like burbles, like little pop, like up the back. I'm not even on burble mode, by the way. It's just doing that. But nah, it definitely feels a lot better than it did before, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely no more slouchiness anymore. It feels like if I were to put it in good terms, I would say it feels like when I'm starting up, it feels like I got a new starter. Starting up feels like I got a brand new starter, like it just starts up right away. And when I'm driving, it feels like I have brand new spark plugs. And this is like fantastic. This is like better than what I could have asked for, honestly. Now on a scale of 1 to 10 on how difficult this was, I would say it breaks the scale in the fact that I never want to even think about doing this again, because this was horrible. This was torture. A lot of time, obviously a lot of money. That's why like mechanics charge $500-600 for it. But for like a one-time thing, for like renting all these tools, quote-unquote renting, I'm happy with how it turned out. And yeah, all the tools, I'm gonna try returning them. The power steering, you can hear the motor and stuff, whatever. A lot of my fluids are kind of low, so I have a new bottle of power steering fluid, so I have to like, I'm gonna drain and refill it when it gets like warmer out instead of like with this shitty cold weather. And I need to get myself some new coolant also. That's just refilling coolant. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video on how to change your knock sensor and knock sensor sub harness. If you want to follow the instructions that I made in the video, if you're into torturing yourself, then by all means go ahead and do that. If not, then yeah, I just recommend to bring it to a mechanic instead. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys can like and subscribe, leave a comment, maybe share it, like a story of a tough job that you guys had to do or something. But yeah, definitely the like and subscribe would definitely be greatly appreciated. Obviously I'm trying to grow my channel. I want more people to kind of follow what I'm doing with my G. Like I don't just want to be like, oh, my G is the best G ever, and you guys like have to do what I do. No, it's because like the G's and Z's, they already have like, they have a bad rep up to them because everybody like brings them takeovers and shit. Nah, I want to set, at least like start putting it back in the more positive direction, into a better light, I should say. So that's why I'm trying to build my channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to like reach out to more people, especially those who own G's or Z's, same platform, etc. And yeah, and more likes and views and subs I get, more like just more money I could spend on getting upgrades and doing more things myself, and making more content for you guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. Probably said that for the third time already, but this is the third and final time. And I will hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys in the next video.